Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in into Sky Ocon channel. I'm a filmmaker, sometimes freelance, and I do a little bit of writing. Most of the times I do movie recaps just because I have love for movies. One day I decided to take it a little bit further to do predictions and review of upcoming movies. The good news is I had more response and comments than I had on my recaps. But the bad news is most of them were just negative and evil. When I mean evil, it came with insults that I've never heard before and I had to look it up on Google. Now, the movies I made review and prediction were Walls of the World, the one by Ice Cube, The Home, and Together. Now, let's start with the Ice Cube movie. Me just watching the Thriller and the aliens, I was like 40% chance that this movie is gonna flop. Why? Because I just can't see Ice Cube being a tech guy in an alien movie. I mean, the normal movies he played, those are good. But in an alien movie, playing a tech guy, it's not going to resonate with people because one, you're used to seeing him in normal movies and being a rapper, being a gangster rap, whatever. That's why it's not going to resonate. And the other one, the CGI wasn't that great. I mean, I know it's hard to make movies, but that CGI, I don't know. Now, here comes the response. The first response is, "Oh, you trying to tear another black man down? Oh, you a hater. 3, you're a coon." I mean, this insults went on and on and on. I just like, okay, I'm not gonna respond. So I let it go. I mean, a guy from Nigeria, I didn't know what coon meant, so I had to look up on Google see what that meant. But I was like, wow, they basically call me a raccoon. But anyway, and now remember, I was just making a prediction and review of the movie. The movie wasn't even out yet. I was making a prediction. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a bad movie, but like I said, it was just a prediction. Now the next movie I predicted was The Home, the horror flick. Looking at the Thriller, it scared me. I'm like, man, this is a scary movie. Blood coming out people's eyes, and the Thriller was just scary. Then I was like, wait a minute, Pete Davidson? Wow, I mean, don't get me wrong, Pete Davidson is a funny guy with Saturday Night Live and Dating Gorgeous Women. Yes, he's funny, but I was just thinking, you putting a comedian in a scary movie like this? I don't know, that was my takeaway. I don't know if people are going to take this seriously. I mean, it's his acting debut in a horror movie. Basically, it's just like starring Jim Carrey in Final Destination. I don't know how that's gonna work out. So the comments response I had was, "You a hater. You don't like Pete Davidson. What's your problem?" I'm like, okay, guys, listen. I'm just making a prediction. Nobody hates nobody. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. The next one was worse. So bad I had to delete the entire video. Now, let's talk about the movie Together, the horror flick. I gave it a positive review before it even came out. I predicted on the review that this is probably gonna be the best horror movie for the entire year. Probably because it was mixed with comedy. Now, when I actually watched the movie, I was like, wow, this is a good movie because it was mixed with comedy. There were some parts of the movie that I wasn't supposed to laugh at, but it was just funny. But it was a good horror movie, and it kind of scared me. And now let us rewind. When this movie first showed the Thriller, I reviewed and predicted that this movie is going to be a great horror flick. But however, there might be some controversial things that people might see in their lens. Controversial as in political, as in the pronoun thing. But here's the thing. Reason why I said it, because one, you have a male and a female that are trying to avoid from merging together. Something is making them come together. If you really think about it, what's that going to bring us if it fails in the movie? Then number 2, you see 2 eyeballs freaking out, about to merge together. I'm like, man, I didn't come up with the final prediction. Then the third one that nobody saw during the Thriller. Here's the thing. You got a whole bunch of men wearing white clothing and 2 other men in the middle. And they join hands together and they cut themselves. I'm like, yeah, I see where this is going. So I came up with the idea that this might be some political things that people might see in this movie. And by no means, I didn't mean no harm. I was just being a realist. And now, after those comments that I made, here came the negative comment. The first 4 comments, I was called a homophobe. Then the next one, I was called a far right. Then the third one, oh my God, I was called MAGA. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Everything in my channel is all about movies, not political. And it kind of saddens me that people didn't understand what I meant. Maybe I didn't articulate myself well. I was just being a realist. I do not like to bring politics when it comes to movies because I do not wish to divide my audience in the channel. Coming to my channel and looking at movies is like running away from the political mess that's going on out there. Please. So that's what my channel is about. Looking at movies and review, and maybe it's a good movie or not. That's it, plain and simple. It's nothing to offend nobody. Out of the 3 videos I made a prediction, I was right. The Ice Cube movie turned out to be a not so, I'm not gonna call it a flop. I'm just gonna say people did not like it. Now, reason why I'm not saying it's a bad movie, because it's not easy making a movie. It's not easy. Together movie, yes, people did make some political comments to that movie. I wasn't the only one. The Home, I haven't heard anything about the movie, if it was a bad movie or a good movie, because I work every day. But I haven't heard nothing about The Home by Davidson movie yet. So if anybody knows that if the movie was good or not, please make a comment. The next movie I'm going to predict is going to be Him, the movie by my boy Marlon Wayne. So I'm just going to cut this video down and watch the movie and make a prediction about the movie that's coming up called Him. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.